full of life.
I feel so
Super
honored
amazing.
to have him on the show. So welcome,
Welcome, Roy.
Roy.
Welcome.
Now I'm nervous.
Oh, you better cut it out,
Stop
Roy. Cut it out.
Remember
cut it
what
out.
we talked about, right? If you're nervous, you care.
It's good.
It's good, right?
It's humbling.
Yes.
Exactly. Well, Roy, thank you so much for joining us here. Good morning, Wilmington. Very excited to meet you. Ivan was sharing with me a little bit how you both met. So why don't we kind of share the experience with our viewers? So how did you guys connect?
It was that wonderful restaurant that we both love, Eclipse.
Eclipse
Yes.
Bistro in Wilmington, Delaware.
Yeah.
I write my books there. And I was so envious of his bowl of French fries the other night.
Okay.
I thought, Roy, calm down. Calm down. You cannot ask this man for a French fry, okay?
That's too
So
funny.
I restrained myself.
First of all, they have the best fries in Delaware.
best.
They have the best fries in
Crispy.
Delaware. And I'm looking out the corner of my eye, right, and I see again. I've seen him before in there, and
Yeah.
you know, I'm just like, oh man, this guy's sharp. He
Right.
stays sharp. And it just so happened the lady in between us, believe her name was Jane.
Jane McDowell.
Yep, and she said, "Do you?" I didn't know she recognized me, right? And she's like, "Do you interview people just like regular people?" I'm like, "Well, everyone's not regular. Everyone is, you know, you hear you're not regular."
Right.
And I was like, "Yeah, we." And she's like, "There's a guy at the end of the bar I want you to meet." And I turned him up, and it was Roy. And I was, "You're damn right. Come on, let's go. Let's get it going."
Right.
And we shared some good stories, and I mean, he's just a beautiful person.
Right.
And I was like, "Look, I have a beautiful host, a beautiful person.
Let's make it
Let's
happen.
make it happen."
Yeah.
Let's make it happen. Well, as you could, I'm sure you painting that picture of how you two met at Eclipse Bistro and how sharp he looked. I mean, obviously
Yeah.
you could see Roy's dressed the nines. I compliment your wardrobe stylist for today, and
Which is him.
which is you, right? So before we started talking, before the show started, we were chatting, and I was complimenting Roy on his wardrobe, and he was sharing with me that you have a wardrobe through the years,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, sure. And nobody does formal anymore. So I have a wardrobe full of, formal wear. Actually, I was at a train station a couple of days ago, and I had on evening white jacket. I was going to a party, and somebody said, "Isn't that a formal jacket?" I said, "Yes." And he said, "Well, it's 11 o'clock." And I said, "Yeah, that's how it goes."
That's a great answer.
So
That's how it goes.
Roy was telling me, like, so this, like, who is Roy? Okay, I know you when we talked, you said you moved here in 1991.
That's right.
Yeah, so let's give us back history
Right,
of who
yes.
Roy is. I'm very interested.
How far back do you want to
Go ahead, you go, man. We own the network.
Paint that picture. Tell us your story.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I was born in a little tiny town in North Carolina called Poplar Branch. And it's near the Outer Banks and Kitty Hawk and Nag's Head, all those places. Everybody knows Kitty Hawk. But not many people knew Poplar Branch. As a matter of fact, I lived on a dirt road. And when I was 4, I told my parents that I was not happy. And my dad was rather confused, and he said, "Why?" I said, "I don't want to live on this back road."
At 4 years old.
Yeah, 4 years old. And he said, "Your mother and I are very interested in why you don't want to live on this back road. Why?" And I said, "Well, nobody comes here unless they're lost or they want to buy a damn watermelon." And my dad looked at me, and I think he knew that this was going to be a challenge.
Okay.
And he told me that one day I may get on the main road, but
Right.
right now I better stay there
Right.
and grow up.
Right.
And so my life started there, and I found out that I was gay quite early, and very confused, and nobody to talk to, and frightened, and
Wow. And what year was this that you found out?
maybe what year?
Yeah.
1951, 52.
So being gay in 1951 had its challenges.
Oh my goodness, particularly in a small town, unsophisticated, uneducated, basically. They were farmers. I mean, wonderful people, don't get me wrong.
Right,
I mean, there's a reason why I was born there, because I'm still alive. But if I had been born in New York, which I certainly thought I should have been at age 12,
Okay.
I wouldn't be here.
Okay.
Because I've worked with Andy Warhol for years. All those people are gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm still
You're still here.
Right.
because of my upbringing.
Okay.
Right. Right.
Stand up. Do good.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
be good.
Yeah.
Do good. Love
Right.
your brothers. And, but now my goal is that through my books and living, that I'm going to be able to help young people who are struggling with their sexual identity. And that's why I'm still here.
Right.
Right.
You
To
still
tell,
like
to
to
tell
get
your
that out.
story too.
Exactly.
Right. To tell your
Because,
story.
Once they have it doesn't matter. Will and Grace, Call Me by Your Name, and a recent movie, Saltburn. I don't know if you heard about that or not, but it's pretty wild. All these movies and stuff that are identifying gay life does not matter to that teenage boy or girl when they turn the light off in their bedroom at night and go, I can't do this. What is happening to me?
Right.
But once they accept it, life will be better than it
Right.
was for me.
Right.
I mean, and many before me in years. How far you want to go back? Tchaikovsky, Greek. It's interesting, but I do believe that is my purpose now.
Right.
Right.
And I've just been invited to speak to a private school, their LBGTQ group, and a private school in D.C.
Okay.
And I was connected in D.C. for 50 years with a chain of beauty shops, and that's what I did after modeling and all that stuff.
Okay.
Right.
So I'll be able to talk to these and learn from them
Right.
some more. I'm not there to teach, I'm there to learn.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that's really important. And you know, obviously you said that, but you know, for our viewers and our listeners to hear you say that yes, you may be older and experienced life and have been through some challenges and hurdles, but you're still open-minded to continue to learn.
Right.
Yes, you're having, you know, continuing this conversation by telling your story, which is important and impactful, but you're also open-minded to learn. And I think that's also your purpose.
Yeah.
You know,
If
and
you're
I appreciate
breathing,
that.
you're receiving.
Yes.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
Yes.
back.
Right. And I was given this story. You were featured in the Greenville and Hocassin People. This really fascinating story that they wrote about you. And you're, you know, obviously it's a glimpse of your life. It's just a glimpse of your life. And they touched on you had salons.
You know, it's an interesting, thank you for bringing that up.
Yes, I don't know if you can
But
see
it's an
here.
interesting thing because when the author of that article appeared at my front door, there was no chemistry between us.
Oh.
You know, like when I met you, it was immediate.
Right.
I was like, wow,
Yeah.
you know, I really like this guy. So I thought to myself, you know what? I don't waste time.
Right.
I'm going to let you have it.
Right.
So I went all the way to the well. And a week later, he called me and said, Roy, I'd like to meet with you at Eclipse. And when he walked in, he said, you didn't like me, did you? And I said, not really. And he said, I didn't want you to. He said, I get better interviews with people if I don't let myself get involved.
Interesting.
Right.
So I danced for him.
Yeah,
you know
I
what I mean?
understand. Yeah.
And it came out, he did one of the most
Great
all,
story.
all my years of being
Yes.
in the public and stuff. This was one of the best articles, and we bonded, and
Yeah,
I
the
really,
Greenville-
really like him
Greenville
so
and
much.
Hocassin Life. This was the
Yeah.
summer 2023 story,
Yeah, that's
which is recent.
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
it's still recent.
Yeah, yeah.
And it really describes a glimpse of your life. I love the tagline, to walk and dream in beauty. And it just goes through your story, obviously briefly, And as soon as I started reading it, I was intrigued, and I kept reading, and it was written very well. So Richard Gaw, is that his name?
Yeah.
Staff writer
Yeah.
at Greenville and Hookhouse Life. He did a really good job.
And the photographer.
Yeah.
It was a class act. I really, really, I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't sure what was going to happen because there was not a lot of chemistry.
Right.
you know?
You just went and told your story.
Yeah,
So
so-
let me ask you this. I'm a firm, and I think we talked about it before. I am fascinated with Studio 54. How was that experience?
Oh my God.
I get to listen. I love
Right.
it.
You know, I guess in a way I've been an actor my whole life because I went and moved in those groups, but I had learned how to pretend that I was partaking of drugs
Okay,
and stuff.
gotcha.
But I would not, I mean, I'm no angel.
Right,
But I
right.
would never let all that stuff enter my body.
Understood.
You know?
Understood.
But I knew how to pretend.
Right.
And with the Andy Warhol group and Halston and I loved it. I mean, I loved the theater of it. It was glamorous and wonderful, but I was able to see it as it really was. It was not some kind of a cloudy,
Right.
mystical thing
Right.
for me. It was very real. The music was real. The people that were there who were floating, and most of them are gone. They're gone.
Yeah.
But I still am here. I have that memory, and yeah.
I
I
wanna-
met J. Edgar Hoover. I
Oh,
shook his
wow.
hand.
Did you?
Yeah, I worked for the FBI when I was left Poplar Branch and came to D.C.
So you just had a beautiful life.
I think so.
Right.
I really do. I mean, it gets me up in the morning.
Right.
And yeah. And I brought you something.
Oh, what's this?
Uh-oh.
That is my composite that I worked with all those years, and it's for Playboy magazine.
Is that you?
Yes.
Wait, show the show.
Playboy
that.
magazine, and
Oh, shoot, this is amazing.
it was wonderful. Yeah.
Look at Roy.
Let me see here. Wow, this is really
Yeah.
great.
Roy, this is
thank you so
beautiful.
much
Thank you,
for
Roy.
sharing
Yeah.
this with us. This
You
is
know,
really, really.
So what advice would
Amazing.
you give you? Your journey, right, is to keep, to let people, let people know, right, that it's okay.
It is okay. Be good to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Forgive yourself. You know, it's okay. It's
Stetson.
I love Western stuff too.
You said be good to yourself. Love
Be
yourself.
good to you. Love yourself. It's okay. It's going to be all right. And like I said, in today's time, when these young kids, instead of taking their lives and stuff so early without giving themselves a chance to try to live, try to walk, try to sing, whatever it is, what your contribution is going to be to life.
Yeah.
Try
This
to
is
get there.
amazing.
This is
It's
so neat.
amazing, isn't it?
I love. First off, I respect that you are so proud of your life that you have lived and continue to live.
Yeah.
And something that I feel that you're not ashamed of is that you continue to live such a beautiful life and experience so much that you're able to speak about today. But you're also very proud of the man you are today and the age that you are.
He's only
and you're
25.
not ashamed, right?
He's only
But you're not
25.
ashamed of it. And I think that's important that, anybody listening, that you're still continuing to show up, dress up,
And show
experience
out.
life and show out and go out and network and follow your dreams even at this age. You're not stopping.
He's 25.
There's no age limit here, and I love that.
Yeah. So let me ask you, Roy.
Yes.
What is the secret of life, of living?
Oh, that's good. Good
That yours, I don't even call it a secret.
taking
What
notes.
is your rule? Like, because you're a man that's been around, how my grandma say, long in the tooth. You experienced everything from rural America to big city living.
Right.
You went from a watermelon farmer to,
Glamorous life
Oh my
right
gosh,
here.
to this right here.
And still continuing.
It's still right. So for people like us, for people that are watching,
Big dreamer.
Look at
big
you.
dreamers, what is the rules, your rules?
Gosh, I think probably a little bit of it all. Just a tiny spread, a little bit. Just don't overdo it.
So
don't
balance.
overdo life.
Balance.
Yeah, don't get hooked on it. Just
Right.
deal with it. Just day by day. A lot of course, and real life is genes.
Right.
Reality of genes, but you have to take control. I mean, when I decided that I was going to live after 13 or 14, and because I was checking some exits, and because I was terrified. I didn't know what was happening to me.
Right.
Who does know? I mean, we're little babies, we're kids,
Right.
and
Naive,
yeah,
young.
and gay people are born with no birthmarks. You can't go, oh, look, that's a gay boy, a gay girl. And look at that birthmark. No, we come in with no birthmarks.
Okay.
We're perfect.
Right.
Perfect babies.
Right.
And basically, I think most of us are really sweet when we're little. Everybody loves us and tells us how cute we are.
Right,
Okay.
right.
I remember one time my mom had curled my hair, and what was that famous movie star with the curly hair?
Shirley Temple.
Shirley Temple.
Curly.
My mom did that
yeah.
to me. And she set me up on a counter in a grocery store. Don't move, Roy. You sit right here. And this woman came up to me and she said, "Oh, you are the cutest little girl."
Oh.
And I said, "I ain't no girl. I'm a boy." She said, "Well, you look like a little girl." And I liked it.
Oh. So your
Yeah.
your take
beginning.
on life seemed like it was very positive. As far as, even though you were faced with some hardships, or say, I don't want to say some, many
definitely.
probably,
Oh,
many
I've
hardships.
been knocked around.
Right.
Yeah.
You
AIDS.
you went through some hardships
Yeah.
in life, and you continue on, but you keep breaking those barriers. And the fact that you're here to continue to tell that story, I think, is inspirational.
Yeah.
Now, I do want to touch on this before we run out of time. I know
Yep.
that you're an author so tell us about your book and what's happening next with the book.
Okay, the title, Mr. Are You a Lady? Very quickly, I'll tell you that at the top of my modeling career, I was in a grocery store, letting the world know that I was a model. Okay, I had on a cowboy hat, tank top, tons of silver jewelry, hot pants, platform shoes.
Okay.
Yeah, platform shoes, and I'm getting some milk, and I feel a pinch on my leg. And I look around, I don't see anybody.
Right.
And then I feel another pinch. And I look down, and here was this little blonde, blue-eyed boy. And he looked up at me, and he said, "Mister, are you a lady?" And I went, "Oh, wow." So I went to the floor, so it'd be eyeball to eyeball with him. And I said, "No, I'm not a lady. Here I am justifying myself to this little 4 or 5-year-old boy."
Right.
I said, "I'm a boy just like you. See that?"
Right.
At which point his mother came over. She could have been terrible. Get away from my son,
Right,
or
right.
whatever. She was lovely.
Oh,
And
thank
she
you.
said, don't tell me. I can only imagine what he has said. I said, "We've come to terms." And in that moment, I thought, if I ever write a book, I'm going to call it Mr. Are You a Lady? Now, she would probably be about I'm 85. She would be around 78 or 79 now. And of course, he wouldn't remember. But my hope is that she will see that book and will click back.
Yeah.
Because I told her that if I ever write a book about my life. But it was life-changing for me,
Right,
because
right.
I thought, do I need to do this? And look at me today. But anyway, it was a life-changing experience. And I thought, I can't mess up little children like this. You know, I got to tone it down a little bit.
Gotcha. I got you.
Not much.
I got you. But
Right.
right.
I took off a bracelet.
So funny. So what's next with the book?
Okay, next with the book
Yes.
is a movie
Exciting.
being in process right now.
Nice.
With right here in Middletown. With it's called What's the name of the movie company? Oh my gosh, I must be 85.
That's
And
okay.
now you're
It's
26.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a moving company you're partnering with, a production team you're partnering with
Yes.
to basically take this book and make it into a movie.
Yes.
So what is the timeline? We have to keep a lookout for it. We have
Yeah.
to follow your journey, and so we can watch the
is
movie and support.
There is a social media trailer
Okay.
coming now.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can watch it
Mama's
now.
Boys. It's called Mama's Boys Production Company.
Okay.
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 I'm writing it
In
down.
Middletown, Gail Springer Wagner.
Oh, I love Gail.
She told me. Also, from Christchurch.
Yeah.
A lady told me to say hi to you. Jane Rubini. Jane Rubini.
Jane, we love you.
It is.
Richie, we love you. Yes,
It
yes.
is a small world.
It is. And it,
I saw her last night at a concert at Christchurch, and I told her about you, and she said, "Oh my gosh, I know him."
they are awesome. They are awesome. And Gail sent me a message. Say she's like, oh, I love him so much. And Gail is awesome.
She ran in here earlier, but she couldn't stay.
Oh,
she had a
she was
meeting.
here?
She
Oh,
was here.
gosh.
Yeah, but she told me to tell you hi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where can people get your book?
Amazon, Barnes and Noble, all those places.
Okay,
Just
all right.
Google Amazon, Roy Barnard, and
Okay.
it comes right up.
All
The
right.
books, yeah.
I love it. I
Oh
love
wow, Roy, we're gonna meet you at Eclipse Bistro for
Yes.
happy hour.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Oh,
All right,
yes.
I want to go.
Oh.
I would love to continue this conversation
Yeah.
because I'm so intrigued.
Me
I
too.
really
Me
am. I
too.
want to hear
I
stories.
started my third book, My Chair by the Window, because of the beauty business, and I want to write about my take on beauty.
Yes.
And it doesn't have a lot to
We
do
might need to
with
give Roy a podcast. Let him rock out. You know?
Whoa.
Yeah. Well,
Shoot.
we're gonna meet you at Eclipse Bistro
okay.
happy hour at the
Okay.
bar.
Let us know next time you're
Yes.
going.
Do you have a certain day you go? Is it a certain day or is it like sporadic?
Usually Mondays. I usually go Monday night.
I love Mondays.
Always Saturday.
You want to go tonight?
We're going tonight.
Sure.
You want to go tonight?
Yeah, want to?
You want to go tonight, 6
All right,
o'clock?
so if you want to have the conversation and hear more about Roy Bernard's story, we'll meet you at Eclipse Bistro tonight at 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock?
Happy
Okay.
hour.
I'll
6
make-
o'clock?
Yes.
We're going to
Yeah.
make it a...
We probably should
a
call
thing.
ahead.
We're
Okay.
going to make
gonna
it.
call Eclipse Bistro
I'll
first.
call and make reservation at the bar.
Okay.
There you go. Okay,
All right.
see, that's probably a good idea.
Okay,
We're
no, that's
gonna
good.
show up and all
We'll
these people will be
6
there.
o'clock tonight. We'll be at Eclipse Bistro, learning and talking more to Roy.
Amazing, amazing, Roy.
What a thrill. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much, Roy.
Roy,
God, I
thank
love
you
it.
so much for. I know, right? Thank you so much for continuing the conversation by telling your story.
Yeah.
And thank you for not giving up on life.
Yeah, man.
Because yes, you
Yeah,
know,
I got
we hear
some more stuff to do.
Right, you have more stuff to do, and it's inspirational.
Yeah.
And you never
But I do
know who
believe
you're
helping
inspiring.
helping the young boys and girls, that's my goal now.
Yes.
I hear you.
Because they like me.
Right.
I'm not a threat.
Right.
Right.
The ally.
And they want to talk to me.
There you go.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being that
Thanks, Roy.
ally to them, and
thank
thank
you
you
too.
for everything you're doing, and thank you for showing up and
Hey,
dressing up.
Yeah, showing
We
up
feel
and
so special.
showing
You
up,
dressed up
showing
for
out.
us.
Right. He didn't dress up for us.
Oh,
That's
no,
what
no,
he
no.
do.
I thought.
Yeah, that's
we
what he
feel
does.
Special. I know.
That's what he does.
Well,
How'd I do?
Well,
Look,
well,
gonna
another
close
great.
out?
Yes, we probably should close out, but we're gonna meet you at Eclipse Bistro tonight if you want to continue the conversation.
and we're going to
with Roy
toast
Bernard.
to Roy's life.
have a drink.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly. Oh,
But
Ivan.
that first
another
guy
good-
was a hard act to follow.
Oh,
Now.
Owen? Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, what he's doing
I
with those
started
kids.
to run.
Yeah, what he's doing with those kids is amazing.
First State Squash.
Yep.
That's right.
All right, so we're going to close up here. No, don't go nowhere yet, Roy. Don't go.
Yes.
Vincenzo?
Yes,
Thanks
Ivan.
again.
Thank you.
Love you, baby girl.
Love you too. And
right.
thank you for joining us, everyone. Again, another great show. Always learning something new. Thank you
Wow.
for tuning in,
Yep.
and we'll see you soon.
See you soon. See you later this week. DETV. Follow, subscribe, like, and all that great stuff, and share this story with a friend. All right.